Loveline is meant for an adult audience. Loveline may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised.
Now, here's Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla.
Well, listen to him because he's right. Let me get the phone number out before we get started here. 1-800-LOVE-191. Translated, that's 1-800-568-3191. Fax number, 310-854-4455. Ann just handed me a couple of pieces of mail, and one of them is from the American Family Publishers. Adam, well, see, that's not really Carolla, is it?
Sort of like Coral.
Coral Rao. You've broken through to level 4. You're our biggest winner of all time with, what is that, 11 million?
11 million.
11 million. Guaranteed.
Wow. You guaranteed 11 million?
Guaranteed 11 million by those two big fat saps, Ed McMahon and Dick Clark, these smiling, dancing monkeys, basically. You know, 100 years from now, people are going to go, Ed McMahon, Dick Clark, what did they do? Gee, I don't know. I guess they were just like shills for the publishing company, or was it the record company?
Even 100 years from now, that those names will be something that people could bring up?
Big jokes, but this is, no. Yeah. Obviously not. Maybe at junior college. Yeah. Maybe there's some sort of like bandstand history 101 or something. But here's the point. I was thinking, and I've often thought this thought, and people get mad at me when I say it, but if someone gave me $11 million 5 years ago, it would have ruined my life.
Right.
If they would have given me $11 million 2 years ago, I think it would have ruined my life. I've never played the lottery before because I think when you play the lottery, you're admitting that you're powerless. What you're saying is I got a stinking life. I can't do anything. I mean, I'm going to play the lottery in hopes that I can change my life.
Yeah.
I think it's a bad message.
Right.
I know this sounds like I've been thinking too much.
Right.
I don't want to go play the lottery because when I play the lottery, I'm admitting that I'm not going to make it on my own. I want to make the million, but I want to earn it.
Right, you want to earn it.
I want to get it. I want someone to give it to me.
Right.
I don't want to, like, luck out and win it.
Right. And there's a second side of that, and that is if you were to have won it, it might have cut your motivation off. You might have gone out to try to earn it.
Right, exactly. Yeah. You know, I would have spiraled into a drug-induced masturbatory spin cycle and like rinsed that, just fallen through some storm drain and come out in the bay. But on a serious note, there's a friend of mine. This guy's a best friend. I mean, I've been friends with this guy since I've been 9.
You got a million best friends.
Well,
they all smoke pot. They all sit and watch TV.
This is the same guy.
All right.
Played Pop Warner football, the whole 9 yards. This guy, real good-looking guy, real charismatic guy. Everyone loves this guy. He's been in and out, with the drugs and the booze, and everyone still loves him, though. He got hooked up with a woman recently who's basically a millionaire. She inherited a ton of money and basically took care of him. Drew just wrote a name down. He goes, no way, he knows one friend of mine. No, it is not that name. He hooked up with this guy. This girl hooked up with my friend.
Right.
And she basically set him up in a big house and bought him a Porsche and gave him his dream, which is you never have to work again. This guy was just a construction worker. And you'll just do whatever you want all day.
Joe Schmo, right?
And I'll take care of you and just hang out.
Would you like that?
Was I like that?
Would you like that?
No, because I know myself.
Yeah.
I would get up at noon every day. As it is, I get up at 11:30, but I would push it up a half hour. And I would turn into dust. This guy is gone crazy with this situation.
He's not doing well.
No, what can he do? He can't work. Yeah. I mean, he's a construction worker. What's he going to do? Get up at 6 every morning and haul his ass out to Simi Valley and swing the hammer all day for $75?
Yeah.
No, he says screw it. So he sits home, but he goes nuts. He got back into drugs and like vomited in the Porsche, and it's killing him.
Oh, gee.
I think giving $1 million to a lot of people would kill them.
And if he had earned it, he maybe, well,
if he earned it, it would have taken care of itself because he would have had the tools. If you have the tools to earn it, then you have the tools. He also would have been
70 years old by the time he achieved that.
Take care of yourself, probably. Alice.
Wait. Mike said he.
Oh, no? Okay. All right. Well, she don't live here anymore. I guess I can drop that. Damon.
See, Mike? Go back to Alice.
This is a bad thing. I dumped Alice.
No, Alice is still up there.
Oh, she is?
Yeah, go ahead and go to Alice.
Oh, okay.
Mike, get us... Here.
Alice?
Hi, Alice.
Hey.
Hi, how you doing?
Good.
Hi, I need some advice from you to help a friend.
All right.
Okay, I have this friend named Emma. She's 20 years old, and she was recently introduced to this guy named Benny over the phone. And before they met in person, he got thrown into a state prison for a 2-year sentence.
For what?
He got thrown into a state prison.
Why?
Why? For attempted murder.
Who'd he try to kill?
Like a friend. I don't know.
Probably not a close friend, though.
Yeah, okay. Well, all she has from him now are his love letters and a bunch of collect calls. And she's totally in love with him, and he convinces her to mail him money orders.
Oof.
So she spent nearly like $500 on money orders and collect calls.
Wow.
And we know Benny's brother, so we also know a lot about his past. But, see, Emma, she won't believe anything we tell her because she's convinced that they love each other and nobody cares about him.
Alice?
Yeah?
See, when someone is in the pen for attempted murder, that's where the paper trail stops, in my opinion. I mean, you really don't have to investigate their past. They're in the pokey. They're doing time for attempted murder. It's not like you have to look in to see what kind... You don't have to get a personality profile. The guy is in the jug.
Well, I need advice from you to get her to stop this and stop sending him money. She's wasting her money, and he's not going to give it back to her. He's
How does
not
she...
gonna
Is, it,
come out.
is this her money?
Yeah, it's her money.
What is he doing with the money? Like buying cigarettes and drugs and stuff?
I don't know. Like, I heard you can gamble in jail, or I don't know.
I guess if you can do it, you can do it in jail.
Yeah. So do you have any advice for her?
Well, she's obviously screwed up, isn't she?
No, she's a really nice girl. We all go to school together.
She's not suffering from a big self-esteem problem. She's been dateless until this guy. Am I right? Yes.
Yeah.
She's had no social life, right?
Well, she has a lot of friends.
Yeah, but she's had no romantic life.
I guess not.
Okay, and here's what happens to people. They have no romantic life, so they have a romantic relationship with someone.
Or they create it in their mind.
Or whatever it is, and then they mistake that for the only one they could ever have.
Right.
Because, hey, what were you doing the last 5 years? Nothing. All right? This is the only person who'll have you. Mm-hmm. So they can abuse you, they can use you, they can rip you off from jail, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, and she's willing to wait for him for 2 years and give up her virginity, too.
Right. Okay. This is ridiculous. Listen, Alice, you know what you need to do?
What?
Stay out of it.
Probably. I think you need to find her a guy.
Well, there are guys that like her, but she just won't forget about Benny.
Well, you have to try to open her up to other guys and to just reality at some level. I mean, come on, Alice. You know her. Talk to her.
Yeah, all of us know her, but there's
All right.
no way to convince her.
Then there's no way.
Yeah, then cut her hands off. What do you want us to say?
Yeah, if there's no way, there's no way. I mean, but you've got to keep trying.
Okay.
All right.
That is scary. She just met the guy over the phone, too, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not even like they had a real physical relationship.
Right. Wow. Some women are just into guys in jail.
I know.
That's not what this was.
They're into guys they see on TV. You kill enough people, they parade you across the evening news, and all of a sudden your social life, the prison phone is ringing off the hook. Damon?
Yeah, what's up?
How you doing, Damon?
I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Show.
Thanks.
Okay. You guys want me to get right to the problem?
Yes, we do.
Okay, here's the problem. On February 14th, Valentine's Day, a week before me and my girlfriend Jen's 1-year anniversary, her dad found me after work, and he came to me and said, hey, I found out you and my daughter have been having sex, and you're no longer allowed to see her, no longer allowed to call her or come over to our house again. I'm really mad with you. I hate, liars. They make me sick. You're scum of the earth, and, all that stuff. Okay?
Had you lied to him in some way?
No, I mean, we didn't, come right out and say, hey, we're having sex. I just thought, you should know that. I was honest with my, my family about it, and, she chose not to be with hers.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, well, her mom grounded her till June, and she said that she cannot go to the prom with me.
Wait a minute, June of what year?
This year.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that's about 4 or 5 months.
All right.
And she said she's not allowed to go to the prom with me, unless, some, psychologist or doctor, says that, and he feels that, or she feels that, the situation would be different.
You need like a note from Dr. Freud?
Yeah, I kind of like that, And because I listen to your show all the time and I know you guys give great advice, I thought I'd call you guys up.
All right, I'm going to give you some great advice, but let me just comment on something first.
All right.
There are these parents.
Yeah.
And they wonder why their kids don't tell them anything.
Right.
And they always pull that crap. Oh, come on, you should have come to us first. But that environment. You know if this dad is the kind of guy who's going to wait outside the Del Taco for Damon to get off work and accost him in the alley, probably brandishing a wiener.
Tire iron.
A tire iron. Or a frozen weenie. That can be a weapon. that there's absolutely no environment around the dinner table to bring up anything except for, like, good Christian fellowship.
Right.
Exactly.
And it's the environment which kids tend to rebel against and backlash against, too. So they can really anticipate.
Oh, yes, yeah. They're like, Dad, you don't want to have sex with one guy? I'm going to have sex with this guy and his friend! Hey! That's why I'm going to tell my kid, you do whatever you want. I'm locking you in the room, though.
Right. You'll have a consequence.
You have like a 12 by 12 carpeted area with a TV set.
We can talk all about it.
Whatever you want inside of those confines is your business. So you want to know. So you haven't spoken to the guy since?
No, neither her mom or her dad. They don't want to hear about me at all.
Who do you think would be more open to it, Mom?
Yeah, probably Mom.
I would work on the more pliable of the two parents and then have that one work on the other parent.
Yeah, well, I can't even talk to either of them.
Yeah, I don't understand how you think it is that they're going to allow you to see her for the prom if they won't allow you to have any contact with her.
Well,
and
no, we go to school together and we can hang out at lunch, and she said we can still go out. We just have to wait until she gets off grounding in 6 months, in June.
I see.
Yeah, and the tricky thing is she's 18 now.
Ah.
But she's still dependent on them financially.
Exactly. Yeah. And, I'm 17 myself, and, I know that we're almost no longer children. But,
Damon, listen. Here's what you have to do. You're looking at a 6-month sentence. On good behavior, you might be able to get off with 3 months.
4 months.
Or 4 months. You need to chip away. Now, don't take a chainsaw and sculpt all at once. You need just one little swing of the sculptor's chisel each night. You know what I mean? Don't do anything that's going to get you into trouble.
Exactly.
I don't know. I mean, could he send an Easter card to the family, kind of thing? Thoughts of you on this joyous BS religious holiday or something like that. You know what I mean? Just little bits and pieces, and so the kettle, turn the heat down on the kettle, and the water will become luke eventually, and you'll be able to put your hand in there and take what you want.
Okay?
Mm-hmm. All right?
All right.
Look, I don't think you're going to go to the prom with her.
Oh.
I don't think so.
I think he will.
When's the prom? When is the prom?
What was that?
When is the prom?
I think it's in May.
It's a couple months.
I think if he implements my plan.
You sure you shouldn't, buy them groceries and do errands for them, mow their lawn, this sort of stuff?
Don't you look lovely today, Mrs. So-and-so. Mike.
Hello, Adam.
Hello, Mike.
Hey, Drew.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah, I have a problem. There's this girl that I've liked for the past, few months. I've been hanging out with her. I've known her for a year. And I am just not sure. I know she likes me, but I'm not sure how to break it to her that I want to have a relationship.
Oh, yeah, she may snap. She likes you, right, Mike?
Well, as far as I've heard.
I love that, by the way. I miss those days of being able to, go and check around and find out if someone likes you. When you get older, you have to just go up and take your lumps. You know what I mean? You, look for a wedding ring, and anything short of that, you just go up. And you just take a pounding right there at the bar. Or work or wherever. But when you're a kid, you can go on a recon mission.
Right.
You can go ask Peppermint Patty or Pigpen or Linus. You put your little feelers out on the street. Everyone is like Huggy Bear.
Well, it's a little microcosm of people. They go to school every day and they know each other.
Right. So you can get everything in order before you make the move, and then you're at this 95% accuracy level.
But then
success level.
Then the problem is, though, you have the entire community watching to see how you do it, when you do it, if you do it. The heat is turned up that way.
Mike.
The main problem that I'm having right now is she just got over a relationship with her ex-boyfriend, like, I'd say maybe about a month and a half ago. And I know she still cares for him, but he has, like, seriously dragged her through the dirt. And I'm just kind of worried about, like, treading at the wrong time and, like, making her feel kind of bad.
How did he drag her through the dirt?
Well, he said that she had sex with him when she really didn't, and started a whole bunch of rumors about her.
Mike, she likes you. Go up to her. Go for the full frontal assault. Just go for it.
Ask her out.
Yeah, it's like when we invaded Grenada. We got 'em whooped. We don't have to sneak into the back door of Grenada. We walk right on in with the band playing. She likes you, Mike. Go ahead.
Okay, thanks, guys.
All right, you have our blessing. Sally.
Hi.
Hey.
Hey, Adam. Hi, Dr. Drew.
Hey, you're on Loveline.
Well, my mom, I put her into treatment, an inpatient treatment. I set it all up for her. She didn't know we had insurance or anything. I made sure we did. I set it up. I packed her clothes.
Did she request it? Was she motivated for treatment? Did she request
She wanted to go, yeah. She had health problems with her liver. She knew she needed to be in there.
What is she being treated for? Alcohol?
Alcohol abuse.
Alcohol, okay. And so you got her in, and now what happened?
She won't talk to me. Her boyfriend is staying here with me.
Mm-hmm.
She'll talk to him. He goes, Sally, get on the phone. I get on the phone. She hangs up. And she won't say 2 words to me. He didn't help in the least.
Is it perhaps that she's sort of overwhelmed right now? She's beginning to feel things she hadn't felt in a long time and is ashamed, doesn't want to deal with you right now?
Well, I don't know. It's been going on for a long time.
That she hasn't spoken to you?
No, I mean, she's had an alcohol problem since before I was born.
Yeah, but how long has she been in treatment?
Since about Thursday.
A week.
Okay, so about a week. Well, here's something that happens. Sometimes when people sober up, like you were saying, they get ashamed.
Yeah, they feel shame. They feel feelings they haven't felt in years.
Especially when your kid is playing the parent and you've become the child in the relationship. Yeah, I mean, you may have sort of over-humbled her, and she may be ashamed.
Or she may be angry. It's real difficult to tell what kind of feeling somebody's going to have when they first get into treatment. I can virtually promise you it's going to come around. I would suggest you get into whatever family treatment modalities are available in the program she's at and begin to deal with this stuff. It's got to get on the table. You got to deal with it in that safe environment. And don't be afraid. It'll work itself out.
Yeah, because, I mean, she seems to want to talk to everybody else but me.
Well, you'll have an opportunity in a group to go in there and confront her about that and let her know how she's making you feel, and she'll tell you what's going on with her, and there'll be therapists there to help you guys work it through so you can reestablish your relationship with her now sober. Okay?
So
and you need to go to Alateen, all right?
Okay.
Alateen, you got it?
That's going to work out then?
Alateen, it's going to work out. You go to Alateen and you participate in the family component of the treatment where she's at, okay?
Well, what do I do in the meantime when she won't talk to me? She's far away. I can't.
Where is she?
How far away is she?
Probably a couple hours away. So I can't, we don't have transportation. She got a DWI, car isn't insured. I can't get, there's no way I can get up there.
Well, call her counselor where she's at and let them know about your problem, and they'll help you arrange when you need to come in and how you get there. Okay?
And you can get involved in an Alateen program that's near you.
Right.
Okay.
Good luck, Sally.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Kids being parents, parents being kids.
And then kids having kids. We have that going on, too. It's all backwards. Right?
Robbie.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, I can't believe I got through. I've been trying for like a month.
Is your question a month old?
Well, no, I've been coming up with different reasons to call in.
Oh, okay.
This is, I think, the best one.
All right.
Okay,
We're intrigued.
Okay, I have, sometimes when I go to sleep at night, well, sometimes it's hard to go to sleep at all, and sometimes I can't sleep, and then sometimes when I do, I'm asleep, and then my whole body, will just rock out of, it's kind of like the same impact as stepping off a curb unexpectedly.
Right, you'll feel like you're falling, and when you hit the ground, you'll jerk suddenly.
Yeah.
Is that right when you're falling asleep?
Usually.
Because that's kind of a phenomenon. That happens
to everybody.
That happens to everybody. What is that?
Nocturnal myoclonus, it's called. And things that can make it worse include thyroid problems, medication, sleeplessness, Changes in your exercise patterns can do it, actually. So, if something like that sounds familiar to you, you ought to have it looked into. But otherwise, it is a normal phenomenon.
Huh. What about ways to get to sleep if you're having trouble getting to sleep?
Melatonin's out there now, and I really don't know that that's a safe alternative. It seems to be, but until we've had it in use for a few years, we won't know for sure. I don't know how many people out there remember the tryptophan fiasco.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah, I never tried it. Does it work?
It's not available anymore.
I thought it kept you. Oh no, yeah, put you to sleep. Yeah, it was found naturally in
warm milk
poultry and stuff like that.
And it made people, the complex that was actually administered out there in the community made people sick, and sometimes deadly ill. So you don't know. Benadryl is something you can use for sleep. You
can rent some of those artsy French films with the subtitles. That always does it for me. All right, Robbie.
Okay, thanks.
Good luck. And we's going to be back after this.
Hi, I'm Robin Leach with those champagne wishes and caviar dreams. And you're listening to Loveline with Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla.
Yes, I bet he is on. What island does he own, this Robin Leach?
Turtle Island, something like that.
Turtle Island.
No, he's out there probably enjoying himself.
Manteca, yes.
Right.
Knee-deep in Polynesian poontang. Are we allowed to say that? I guess I just did. Let me give the phone number out, 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. And it's back to the phones we go. Eric.
Hey.
Hey, you're on Loveline.
Hey, I smoke pot and I've got ADD and I take Ritalin. And,
Is your mom in the next room? Is that why you're so quiet?
Yeah.
Okay. They don't know you smoke pot, obviously.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
how much Ritalin do you take?
What's that?
How much Ritalin do you take?
2 20s in the morning, 10 in the morning, and then I take Amphetamine, 25 in the morning, and then in the afternoon I take a 10 milligram.
Ritalin.
And, 25 of Amphetamine in the morning.
Okay.
I mean in the afternoon, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Is there alcoholism in your family system somewhere?
My mom's side.
Yeah. Because, ADD can be a marker for addictive disease.
Yeah, I've read about that.
And strangely, getting on Ritalin, you've been on it for a time?
Yeah, basically my whole life.
Yeah, strangely, getting on Ritalin does not increase your probability of addiction, severe addiction especially. Probably decreases it. But I think what we're seeing with you is that the pot's beginning to come on as your drug of choice, and your whole addictive process may begin to manifest. So I'm really more concerned about the fact that you have a regular relationship with pot, more so than what it could do to the therapeutic medication you're taking. The Amphetamine is actually more of a concern to me with pot than the Ritalin, okay?
Yeah. Is there any big adverse effects from it?
Hey.
From the three together?
Eric.
Yeah.
Get on your bed. Are you on your bed?
Yeah.
All right. Put the comforter over your head. Is it over your head? You make a little tent. Like, when you fart and you make that little tent right before you flap it? Are you in there?
Yeah.
Okay, now... All right. Do you have gas?
No.
Okay. Could you speak up a little, for Christ's sake? We're doing a radio show.
Yeah, I know. My dad's going to get...
All right, well...
He just went to bed.
Just sit in the tent. I'll tell you what. We won't call pot.
Okay.
We'll call pot algebra. Okay?
You're doing algebra.
I think you've been smoking a little bit too much pot.
A little algebra.
You're clairvoyant. The point is now you can say algebra as loud as you want, and your dad's going to go, "Isn't that cute?"
I don't know. I get F's in math anyway, so...
Well, Eric,
yeah.
You should talk to the doctor that's prescribing these medications to you, all right? Because it's not so much about the potential interaction amongst these medicines as the fact that you're getting preoccupied with it.
Well,
and it's definitely going to adversely impact your mood, okay?
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Eric, you have... All right, by the way, attention deficit disorder, which we just keep saying ADD, and I guess people that listen... enough know what we're talking about, but not everybody.
Did you see, is it Newsweek, I think, this week? The cover of Newsweek is about Ritalin. And,
really?
Yeah, so pick up a Time of I think it's Time of the Hillary, right? Newsweek has a thing about Ritalin, so pick it up, all right?
Oh, my library kit.
Yeah, check it out.
All right, Eric, read up. And, Eric, you got enough problems. Don't smoke any more pot.
Okay.
Just give it a break for a little while.
All right.
All right?
All right, thanks.
Think of Dad. Kim.
Yeah.
You're on Loveline.
Oh, hi, Adam. Hi, Dr. Drew.
Take care.
Okay. This is going to sound really weird and everything, but
I have these friends and they're married, and I am sleeping with the husband, and my friend is sleeping with the wife, and they won't get divorced because she's afraid of losing the son, and he just really wants to piss off his wife.
How old are these people?
She's 24, he's 23.
How old is your friend?
He's 18.
All right, so, okay. Let me just mark this down now. All right, you're 16, right, Kim?
Yeah.
All right, now your male friend is 18.
Yeah.
And the two of you are going over to the married couple's house and like a wrestling team and doing like some tag team action, right?
Yeah.
Are you like in the next room while they're
No, it's like after she go to work, I'll come over to his house or whatever, and whenever he's not there.
Okay, does everyone know what's going on?
Yeah, like both the husband and the wife are aware of us.
Jesus.
Wow.
Stuff like this makes me sick. Well,
it does.
Thank you, it does.
God, I could imagine Thanksgiving over at that place.
It's just, I don't know. And I really need to know how I can get them to get divorced.
You can't.
Well, why do you want to? Why do you want them to get divorced? Not that they should stay together, but what do you care?
Well, because I like the husband. I mean.
So the husband. So first of all, what state are you calling from?
Me? That
Yeah.
state?
Yeah.
Illinois.
What's the age of consent? Do we have our list of?
Oh, I don't know what I did with that. I wiped myself at that week. But
Wonderful.
I don't know. Yeah, 16.
I mean, first of all, he might be breaking the law with you. Secondly, you're going to have this guy break up with his sick relationship so he can have one with you and do the same thing all over again, probably.
Oh, no, wait a minute, Drew. Hold on,
It'll be
Kim.
different this time.
It's going to be
different, right?
You don't know the way he looks at her.
No, you don't know what a bitch she is. She's a terrible person. Right?
His old wife. Oh,
right,
yeah.
right.
She's
terrible to him.
tyrannical.
Right.
Oh, she's like Hitler, this one. But Kim, she's an angel. And
Yeah,
she's young. She's pure. She's low mileage.
Take care of the son.
Yeah, she'd make a good wife.
Right.
She don't have the birthing hips, but that's okay because we already have a youngin'. And he's just right for cuddling. Things will be different, won't it, Kim?
I don't know.
He talks real nice, though, doesn't he?
I guess.
All right, Kim.
I don't know.
Kim.
It's confusing.
Kim, yes, this is a fairy tale. Kim, please, this guy is a big loser. And here's the deal with losers. You will be a loser one day, but you're not now because you're only 16.
Well, but losers bring people, make other losers.
You're a
losers
fledgling
beget
loser.
No, losers create losers.
All right, but Kim, you're on your way to loserdom.
People suck each other into their lowest possible level.
Yeah, you know how I'm going? I'm moving to Boobville.
Yeah.
Kim is going to Losertown.
All right.
Kim, this guy, he's got the car parked out front. He's honking the horn. Come on. We're going to Loser White Trashville. Come on, I want to get you tied down. Forget about college. Forget about your plans and dreams. Come with me. I have a spotless record. Forget it.
Now I feel really bad.
Good. Well, I hate to be cruel, but I don't mind in this instance. Kim, you're 16.
We're trying to shake you up and make you realize that
This
you're making some very, very bad choices.
This is tough love. This is like Scared Straight. Give me your shoes, bitch!
Yeah, I mean, it's just not good for you, Kim. You're making bad choices. You're getting stuck in a quagmire here. These people do not have a good relationship. It's a mess. You don't want to be a part of it. He's a lot older than you. You shouldn't be in the middle of this chaotic mess. It's not what you deserve. It doesn't speak well for the people that are involved in it. It's not good.
Kim?
What?
Your dad around?
Hell no.
Yeah. Okay, I had a feeling. Listen.
Because if Dad were around, what?
Yeah. Well, she would make better choices. That is my opinion. And, anytime I say something like this, everyone goes, there's this one guy I know who lives on Mars whose dad left, and he's fine.
Yeah.
Or one girl I know and she's fine. Yeah, there are always exceptions, but by and large, I knew Kim's dad wasn't around. So I'm sorry for that, Kim. But Kim, just because someone made a bad decision in your life doesn't mean you have to make a bad decision in your life.
That. To break the cycle, make some good choices, take care of yourself. Be very careful with whom you choose to get involved with, all right?
He's got a degree, Kim. Listen to him.
Okay.
All right. Good luck.
Thank you.
Really, even if you don't want to listen to Adam, please listen to me. Even if you're saying something right for a change.
I think I was saying something right.
No,
Screw you. Patrick.
Hello.
Hey.
What's happening?
What'd you do, just pull the phone out of the cash register?
Yeah, I sure did.
Okay, thank you. What's your question?
Oh, my question is, I'm a radio personality, as are you two. Not quite as famous.
Uh-huh.
But, yeah, I just kind of started, and I made a big mistake of, hooking up with a listener.
Right.
And,
what's the guy's name?
Well, he should remain nameless. No, it's a she. Her name's...
Oh, it's a she. Okay.
I'll remain...
So what'd you do? You're doing the overnight shifts on the college station, and she called in.
She called in, and, I'd been advised before, not to mess around with any listeners, and, I mean, she just kept calling. We got to be good buddies. She worked at the pizza place and hooked me up with free pizzas, and finally, I agreed to meet her and her buddy, and, so I had my buddies come, and we all just kind of went to happy hour one day, and it was nice,
Right. You got loaded, you made a move.
Got loaded, made a move, you're exactly right, and, she thought I came on too strong, which was fine.
Right, okay.
And then, another day, she called me some more, and she wanted to, meet me after I got off the air at 5:30 in the morning.
Right.
Met me over at my apartment, and she wanted to drink then, because she's pretty much a boozer. And, so we got pretty wasted, and, one thing led to another, and...
All right.
Just...
You consummated the stalking, yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Triggered the stalking, I like to call it.
Yes. You used your penis, kind of like a key card.
Yeah.
Yes, you pulled it through the slot there like you do at the supermarket. You charged some sex, and now the bill has come in the mail.
The bill did come in.
Yes, you must pay the piper.
I pride myself on not being a jerk, and, so I continued to talk to her, but I told her, I didn't really want anything to go on, we made a mistake,
right.
That whole street.
But she won't let up.
Oh, no, and then, she really, became overbearing. I mean, constantly calling, constantly showing up at my place.
Right.
Showing up at bars that she doesn't even hang out at, that I do, and she knows I do. Calling my roommates, trying to hang out with them.
All right, Patrick.
Yes.
Listen, do you have a really crappy radio name?
No, I don't. I have a pretty good one, actually.
Really? What is it?
Matt Bisbee.
Matt Bisbee?
Yeah.
All right.
It's not a radio name. It's my real name, but it's what I use.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. Change your radio name to, Hot Mike.
Not Patrick? I shouldn't use Patrick?
All right, use Patrick. Use Patrick.
I use Patrick Quinn.
Change the format and get her to switch to another station. I don't know. She's not going to hurt you, is she?
She's not going to hurt me, no, but I mean, she just, I don't want to have to come to the point where I just got to be a...
Oh, you do.
Patrick, there is no way it is going to stop until you cease any and all contact with her and bring very intense structure to bear. And then it's gonna flare, get a lot worse, and then slowly go away.
Patrick?
But you have to... I thought that had happened.
No. You have to bring all kinds of... You cannot allow any reinforcing contact to go on. It's got to be zero, and it's got to be cut.
Patrick?
Yes?
You're a radio guy. You know music. You know who Nick Lowe is?
I don't know. I don't know right now, actually.
You don't know who Nick Lowe is?
Who's Nick Lowe?
I would fire your ass in a second. His biggest song is Cruel to Be Kind. And that is what Patrick must do.
When I was 19, I ate about 4 boiled peyote buttons and stayed up all night but felt no effect.
All right, that's fine, Drew, but we got a show to do. The mics are hot. I guguess you didn't know coming in a commercial. Let me get the phone number out. 1-800-LOVE 191 1-800-568-3191. Fax number 310-854-4455. Faxes like this one. Hello, I have 2 questions. The second one is really important. I am 13 years old and I only like a few foods. Is there an operation I can have to remove my taste buds?
No.
Because you got too many of them, right?
No.
And this leads me to an important point. I am not going to have any pussy kids with this food business.
Oh, and you...
oh, yeah.
And,
I'm not.
And nor will you have kids that backlash against that.
No, I won't.
Yeah.
I won't.
Oh,
I
yeah.
refuse to.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I swear, I know
You're
people.
You're going to tube feed them if they try to be picky about their foods.
I know people who are adults, girls I've dated, and you go out to eat with them, and they go, "I like cheese, I just don't like it melted. I like nuts, you know, but I don't like them in my pastry." And then they always look at you and go, "You know what I'm talking about?" And I go, "No! You're nuts!"
Now, you're backlashing against your upbringing, right?
I had to eat whatever. If it fell on the floor, I had to eat it. If it fell in the dog's dish, I had to eat it.
Yeah, but you would eat it because you were so restricted
Right,
from
there was
any
nothing
food.
to
Right,
eat. Yes.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let me tell you what happens. Let me tell you what old hippie mom had this great plan. Hippie mom said, "Let's not give the kid any refined sugar. Let's keep him away from white flour. Let's
Right.
keep him away from fat. Let's keep him away from all the things that kids probably biologically just go insane for at 11, 12, 13.
That is correct.
Through your whole life,
And
really.
of course, her plan was to improve your scholastic performance, which it did wonders for.
That backfired. I was a ceramics major, for Christ's sake. But the point is this. She said, "I'm going to have this, like, pottery. You know, everything's going to be eaten out of, like, hand-thrown pottery, and we're going to eat nothing but sprouts." We actually ate weeds at one point.
What?
Let me explain. There was a hip trend in the 70s when it came, it was this whole goddamn Yul Gibbons thing. Remember he was walking around talking about eating parts of pine cones and stuff? Right. Someone figured out that there were weeds that were edible.
Unbelievable.
My mom harvested weeds.
Okay.
You don't like spinach? Try eating weeds. But the point is I would go next door. Yes. Yeah, she was no Zsa Zsa Gabor, though, I gotta tell you. She was more like the lesbian carpenter who used to come over and work on the place, so you never could tell.
Mr. Ziffel's kind of like Zorback,
Mr. Ziffel was Mr. Zorback. All right, everyone's getting in the act, but here's the point. I would go next door and babysit on Saturday nights. They were a normal family. I was so craved and so depraved that I would go into the pantry and open cans of pie filling and spoon it right out into my little 13-year-old mouth. I would take like Toll House morsels, mini marshmallows, Count Chocula, and dump it in a big bowl with pie filling, and then put like Cool Whip on the thing and spoon it into my mouth. You see what happens?
You're fat. You're overweight. No, that's not what happens. But that's a great example of symbolically of the kind of backlash you can get. I mean, I don't know that people will usually go as far as Count Chocula, but you can imagine people are restricted in other areas where they need to express themselves.
Oh, no kidding. Oh, you try to get the kid. Anyway, you know, now I'm sickened by my past. Laura.
Gentlemen.
Hey.
Hello. I have a question for Dr. Drew.
Mm-hmm.
I went on birth control pills in October, and they were kind of a high dosage, and I went on them actually before I was sexually active.
Did you go on them because you were planning to be sexually active?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, she just liked the taste.
No, so there are therapeutic reasons people
Oh,
go on.
yeah, all right. All right.
So then, I don't know, I've always been like a really happy person, and then all of a sudden I got on these.
You're moody.
I got real depressed.
Yeah.
And
So that's the pills.
Yep, and it kept going on.
But your boobs are bigger, so everything balances out.
Well, it's not always the best thing, but that's all right. Anyway, so I got on a lower dosage, and I'm still depressed, and I don't know, like, I just want to know, like, I guess what the side effects are, and I guess I never really knew that you could get depressed on them.
Oh, yes, you
Everybody
can.
started telling me.
It can improve your mood too, but it can make it also impaired. It can screw up your mood.
Do you think it's, like, worth it to stay on them? To be
Well, you're not having sex yet, are you?
Oh, of course. I would not be going through this if I weren't.
Oh, okay. Well, you you said you initially were taking them before you're sexually active.
Right, like, I mean, not long before.
What kind of doctor is prescribing the medication?
Internal medicine.
What is the pill that you're on?
I'm on low overall now, and I was on orthonovum before.
Yeah, you ought to maybe get a consult with a gynecologist because
Yeah.
it may be the obviously the progestational agent that's causing this, and there are different progestational agents out there.
Okay.
Something called ortho-est now, or ortho, what do they call it? Yeah, ortho.
And that, like, won't do anything with my mind then, maybe?
The other synthetic progesterones may not have the same side effect, and you ought to talk to a gynecologist about what ones would be least likely to cause this side effect. Then, if you still have the side effect, then you got to make other plans.
So they have synthesized.
They have different kinds of estrogen and progesterone.
they get them out of like what, glands from robots or something? I mean, where do they synthesize the stuff now?
Some of it.
Where do they get the old stuff?
It was horse. It was horse.
Oh.
They get from a horse? I'm so glad I'm a guy.
No, it really sucks. I'm telling you.
I know. And Drew, what percentage would you say, and I know you don't have any numbers in front of you, but what percentage of women can take the pill without,
Any side effects?
Well, there's always going to be a few side effects, but anything substantial.
I think the vast majority can at least find a pill that will be tolerable without any significant side effects at all.
Hey, Adam.
Yes.
What percentage of men pay for the pill?
Oh, I don't know.
Good question.
Well, I'll tell you how we pay for it, sister.
What?
We pay the ultimate price.
Oh,
We'd be glad to plop down $30 a month and leave it at that. But I'll tell you the price we really pay.
Actually, it's probably true. My boyfriend probably hates
You come home, your breasts are sore. You look at the guy sitting on the sofa, with his hand down his pants, watching television, and you look at him because your levels are all screwed up now. You got a bunch of
your eyes are all foggy.
you got half of Mr. Ed running through your system there. You're all whacked out of shape, and you blame it on the man. So you come after him.
That's true.
Okay.
That's very true.
That's the ultimate price.
Wow.
But recognize
Well, you're very
Why are you so wise?
I don't know.
And recognize there.
Thank you.
Keep in mind there are other products out there that may not have the same side effect because they have different progestational agents.
Uh-huh.
The progesterone is the thing that seems to be bugging you.
But how much is it, by the way?
The pill?
Average.
Well, for 3 months cycle, I paid $75.
Oh, really? So it's 20,
I mean, it's
21?
not that bad.
Wow, that's like cable. You could get cable for that.
Well, yeah. I mean, and we don't have cable, so what's the deal?
I could have Spice, HBO, and Cinemax.
You could have like a mini satellite for that.
Wow. Yeah, that's why. No, guys should pay for it. That's wrong. The guys don't do that. I guess it doesn't. Do they?
I don't know.
And it's never come up. I've had girlfriends that were on the pill, and I thought there was some kind of pill fairy that just came by, and guys don't want to. They don't even want to bring it up. That's what it is. They see that little circular thing spinning around. God knows what's in there. You know what they ought to do with those things? You see the little dispensers. They should, like, some company, Ann, is there some kind of cosmetic company that's come with a little compact thing where you open it and there's a mirror and a little powder puff and some rouge or something so that you could, tidy up a little while you're taking the pill?
No.
Okay.
I mean, there should be just a better dispenser. And this could be the Carolla dispenser.
Pez!
Yeah, right, something like that.
I cannot be the first person that's thought of it. And we'll do it in the shape of Mr. Ed. Fantastic. Quincy.
Hi.
You're on the line.
Hi, Dr. Drew.
Hey, Quincy.
I wanted to find out, I had 2 questions.
Mm-hmm. By the way, if you're in the Northeast, you pronounce this Quincy. Is it Quincy?
Quincy.
All right.
Nobody says Quincy.
As God is my witness.
Oh, God doesn't even know you're on the planet.
John Quincy Adams. What's up?
I want to know what happens, like, if you are taking antipsychotic drugs, like maybe Haldol.
Haldol, huh?
And you use speed.
Yeah.
What could happen?
You could get straight A's, go right through law school, and become a partner in a successful law firm, and have a family, and have a large summer house in the Hamptons. Am I right, Drew?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Are you on the Haldol because the thought disturbance you're having is caused by speed, do you think? In other words, were you on the speed first, then you got put on the Haldol?
Yeah.
Well, probably nothing. Haldol does not work very well for the paranoias that are caused by speed.
What about, like, voices and stuff? It works for that.
It does if you have another psychiatric condition other than the speed addiction. So you had a problem before you got on speed, is that right?
No, not that I know of.
Yeah. Well, the problem is you're a speed addict. That's the problem. So all you're doing, whatever you're doing, you're just kind of covering up some of the side effects of being on speed. I would bet, you do speed every day?
No.
How often do you do it?
Every other day.
Every other day. I would bet that the voices you hear and the kinds of things you're preoccupied with are people that you know. And family members and friends, that sort of thing. Is that accurate?
I don't know who it is really.
But people around you, are you concerned they're thinking about you or talking about you, that kind of thing?
Are you paranoid, Quincy?
No, like paranoid. Well, a little bit, but I just think that I hear voices. I don't know where they're coming from.
Wait a minute, I hear a voice now too.
Hang on.
Listen, are you listening?
Yeah.
Quit doing crank. Did you hear that?
All right.
Okay.
But I was just concerned, like, if I do, well, what's going to happen if I do it with the antipsychotic medicines? Nothing probably, is that what Dr. Drew said?
You'll explode.
It's bad.
It doesn't make any difference. It's not a big issue.
I'm just not going to get better?
Right. You need to stop doing speed. You need to get treatment for that, all right?
And then I had a second question.
Yeah.
What's amphetamine psychosis?
That's what you have. That's what you have. It's why you're hearing voices. It's when you become
have
paranoid.
psychotic brought on by the amphetamines?
Right. It's everybody that does speed long enough will develop an amphetamine psychosis, and it usually is a paranoia and a preoccupation with people around you. You get these very involved stories and delusions that people are thinking about you and talking about you and planning things against you. And that's why, you know, when Dr. Quincy asked her that question, she can't even identify it as a thought. It's just a reality to her.
Now, what if I I have the exact opposite. I think nobody thinks about me. No one gives a rat's hiney. No one ever talks about me. What is that from? Should I maybe should I work a little speed into the diet?
Maybe it was those weeds they fed you.
I should have just smoked them. Yes, and boy, I'm just coughing all over the mic tonight. Let me give the phone number out, 1-800-LOVE-191, 1-800-568-3191. Fax number, 310-854-4455. We're not going to head directly to the phones because we have that godforsaken 10-second ID thing to do in about 15 seconds.
I've got to make a comment, though. I mentioned a birth control pill. I misspoke. It was orthocycline I was trying to think of. There are other pills out there. That girl was trying to get her pill adjusted, and there are others with synthetic progesterones in it that might have
made from the urine of pregnant mares.
Originally.
Whoa, boy. No, I'd be cranky too if I had to take pills made of horse wee. We'll be back in 10. All right, reset. This show, Loveline. Me, Adam Carolla. He, Dr. Drew, board-certified physician, addiction medicine specialist. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455.
Here's a fax for you first, Adam. Here you go. Did you read this?
Yeah, I did.
You want to answer it?
Yeah, well, it wasn't really a question, was it? Dear Adam, did you hear about the LPGA golfer, Ladies Pro Golfing Association? That would be LPGA.
You're always talking about them, so that you'd be interested.
Who announced today that she was a lesbian.
It was yesterday, yeah.
Yesterday. She was the first to publicly announce it. And let me tell you something, by the way. Anyone on the tour, lesbian.
She said no. She said she was talking about it.
Well, not everyone, but I'm saying is people did not faint when they found out that someone on the LPGA was actually a lesbian.
Right.
It's like finding out. Did you hear the interior decorator that admitted he was gay? Oh my God, the humanity! I don't believe it. Anyway, her first name is Muffin. Well, that works. You wonder if that's one of those names she got later on. Anyway, my question to you: when did people start thinking they had to announce they were homosexual? 1967, I think, would be the answer to that. Also, take Drew to a nudie bar and buy him 2 hours of dances. I guess we're talking about the lap dances. That'll change him. And get him off that high horse, and then there's a beautiful illustration of Drew's high horse. What? Oh, it reminds me of that song Wildfire. I'm going to cry. Relative to the actual size, it shows the Statue of Liberty, so it's actually about 6 times the size of the Statue of Liberty. And then Drew's 3 kids jumping up and down on a trampoline nude, which would be Drew's kids. So there you are. Why don't you frame that one, Drew? And now, if we may, Drew, we's going back to the phone. Matt?
Yes.
You have a question?
Yes, I have a question. I'm thinking about getting a vasectomy, but I'm a little nervous because I hear people call in and say that after they've had them, they've had, bad experiences with having orgasm, having pain, and all kinds of problems associated with it.
We have an expert here.
We certainly do. We have the one nut wonder, Engineer Mike.
They're both still there.
Yes, they certainly are. Mike, any pain?
Okay, Matt.
Yes.
Here's the deal, Matt. You're sure you don't want kids anymore?
Yes.
Then get it done.
Get it done.
I had it done about a month and a half ago.
Really?
No pain at all. The worst pain was getting the area anesthetized.
Was that the orthoscopic type or the slice?
I don't know. They cut me open, Matt.
Uh-huh.
Right.
You mean arthroscopic?
Yeah, arthroscopic.
Yeah, did they make an incision and go in with 2 hands, or did the guy operate on you from the next room looking at a TV monitor?
They can do it that way? I didn't know that was
The
possible.
joke's on
No,
you.
two small incisions, Matt. The feeling is, and they'll tell you it's uncomfortable for a couple days, and that's about it. There's no pain. And, as far as all these horror stories you hear, everybody told me their favorite horror story right before I went in. Guys are nice that way. You'll hear it mostly from guys.
Engineer Mike, tell us about the anesthesia.
It's just a local. It's a shot.
Where?
Right there.
Right there.
Yeah. You don't feel it though. It's like a pinch.
Right, but just into the sack.
You ever had any dental work done where you had a needle in your mouth? Same thing. Same thing.
Yeah, but there's no way the guy's screwing around with your nuts when you're in the dentist chair unless you go to one of those guys. You know what I'm saying, don't you, man?
Yeah, I understand.
Right.
Dr. Drew.
Yep.
Give me some input here.
Why are you so convinced you don't want to have kids?
Just something that I've thought long and hard about. I'm 33, and my girlfriend, who I will probably marry, she already has a child. She's probably not really into having anymore.
Well, it is reversible, right?
She's probably not into it,
Well,
or
she's not into it. I'm not really into it.
It's not. There are sort of reversible procedures they can do, but even that, it's certainly not guaranteed.
Drew, would you recommend, as a precaution for men who are thinking about doing this, to, for instance, freeze their hamper just as a safeguard in case they wanted to have offspring?
Just keep it in their freezer for a while.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I mean,
hear you.
should he make a deposit in the sperm bank and then get the vasectomy, and then if he wanted to have kids at some point, he would have some example of his seed somewhere?
That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
I don't really understand that.
Why won't they do it? Engineer Mike?
Yeah.
Did you do that?
No, because I don't want kids. Why, if you're gonna go through the whole rigmarole of putting, this in a sperm bank and so on, then you shouldn't get the operation.
Well, look, I don't want the plane to crash, but when I go to the airport, I spend 75 cents and get that little insurance thing. You know what I'm saying? It's insurance.
It's a completely different issue.
Like you couldn't jack off one extra time.
One thing here, Matt.
Yes.
The first time that you do finally knock one off after you have had the operation,
yes,
it'll be the best one you've ever had.
Really?
I've heard that from everybody.
Really?
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Geez, I'm thinking about doing it just for that.
Now, my sperm count's already low. Is there any way I can make it lower without getting a vasectomy?
Not that I can think of offhand.
Can't you do a bunch of intravenous drugs or
smoke a lot of pot?
Suck a bunch of carbon monoxide or get a job in a coal mine or something?
Yeah, no, there's really nothing you can do that I can think of.
Okay, so vasectomy. Okay.
Wear a condom, I mean.
Do the vasectomy. Look, he's 33, doesn't want kids. He already has a kid.
If I want kids, I can adopt, right?
Right. But I would freeze the sperm. What is the big
what if
deal
your
with
relationship with your present girlfriend doesn't work out, and you fall in love with a girl who is dying to have a huge family, and you can't marry her because you're unacceptable?
What if you meet a Catholic broad?
She is Catholic.
Really?
So am I.
Only has one kid?
Yep.
The other 6 died in a plane crash, right?
Yep, exactly.
All right. Matt?
Thank you.
Freeze
Adam,
it.
You are a doctor in my eyes. You're a doctor of love.
Thank you, Matt. I think the freeze thing's a good. I know this is the 8th time I brought it up, but and I understand you want to commit, but still, you know what I mean? You show up at the fight, you want to win, but you still bring the little end swell thing, and you still bring the little cut man.
Does that mean you'd never get married? Because, well, you might meet somebody else.
Just
keep that insurance there.
You're onto my rap. Mike, just push the buttons, would you? You're barely doing that job. I just turned my phones down. Andrew.
Yeah.
Should I stop coughing directly into the mic?
Yeah, I think that might be a good idea.
Okay.
And Drew, stop chewing.
Drew, quit eating popcorn. And let me tell you, as soon as it hits 11 o'clock, all hell breaks loose on this show. I get out my rig. Drew turns on the TV, puts his feet up, and starts snacking. Andrew?
Yeah?
Go ahead.
I kind of got this thing going on with a girl, and I was going on some dates with her, and she said she didn't want to lead me on because she liked my best friend, and so he asked me if he could start seeing her, and I said okay, And so they started going out, and I still like her, and I'm pretty sure that she likes me. And now he's starting to treat her like crap. He like makes stuff up about her, and that never happened. And then he like breaks promises that he told her that he wouldn't do, like smoking pot and stuff. And she gets pissed at him, and they get in fights, and she keeps going back to him, and I don't know what to do. And
what's your question for us?
He won't talk to me, and he's like really pissed at me because I don't know what to do. He won't talk to me.
I don't understand the question for us.
Do you love him?
Do I love him? No, her.
All right.
And I don't know what to do, because I don't want her. I mean,
Andrew.
Yeah.
You had a couple dates with her.
Yeah.
Look, it's like this. She visited a couple different car lots. She jumped in you. She took you around the block a few times.
Yeah.
She got out. She went down the street to the Lexus dealership, and she bought herself a Lexus.
But then she kept Andrew in the garage for when the Lexus was, misbehaving.
Right.
Look at Drew getting in on the car references.
Right? Isn't that right?
I think that's what it was. I don't know if she kept Andrew around or Andrew kept himself around.
Well, we're like best friends, me and this girl. Her name's Jessica. We're like best friends. We tell each other everything.
Right.
And,
right.
And he can't take it. He's just like, he's going nuts, and so now he hates my guts, I guess.
All right, but Andrew?
Yeah.
Let me let you in on some wisdom.
Okay.
I want you to learn from my mistakes.
Okay.
There is something that young men have, more than young women, I believe, but all young people, but especially the young men. They believe that if they try to go out with somebody or they make an attempt at somebody to have a relationship with them and they're turned down, that they can work on them like some kind of science project and eventually they'll come around. And as society, that's what we'd like you to believe.
Right.
Because there's all sorts of songs about it, and that's sort of the basis of a lot of like perfumes and stuff. And I'm going to go hit the gym, and I'm going to come back. It's all about that.
Uh-huh.
Never works.
Rarely.
People generally, younger people especially.
Yeah. Essentially, you might as well consider it as something that never happens. I agree with that.
They look at you under 20, 1 in a million. You might as well. I'll go get that stinking Ed McMahon letter out of the trash and have a better chance of winning the 11 million. Andrew, listen. They look at you and they size you up. They put you in the friend category. They put you in the, or they put you in the I would like to have sex with this person category. Maybe not today, but I'm open to it. You know what I mean? It's either this category or that category. You got put in the friend category, and you will remain in the friend category. Now
we're going to get 500 calls of people who started in the friend category and developed the relationship.
Oh, things will change. She'll have 3 bad marriages, a couple abusive alcoholic husbands, a couple litters of kids, and then she'll be 28. She'll look like a prune from smoking and laying out in the sun too long, have a couple of hysterectomies, and then she'll come back and say, Andrew, you were the one all along, while she's hacking up a big phlegm ball and want to tie the knot at this point. And then you'll look back and go, oh, man, what was I thinking? And that's the way that happened.
I sure as hell hope not.
Oh, it will. So here's the deal, Andrew. She filed you into the friend category.
Yeah.
You're going to remain there. So it's time to move on.
You think?
It's time to move on in that department. You can still be friends with her, but you have to move on when it comes to forming relationships.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure she likes me, though.
Well, she tried you. She didn't like you.
No, it's
Andrew, do you want me to embarrass you by calling her and having her announce to the world?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You got balls as big as the all outdoors, Andrew. All right, we're going to put him on hold.
Sick.
We're going to call this girl, and we're going to find out from the horse's mouth. Keith.
Yes.
You're on Loveline.
How you guys doing?
Good.
I have a really good question for you.
All right. I bet it's not, but go ahead.
I'm 21 years old. I'm engaged, and we're going to get married sometime next year. My girlfriend read a study that smoking pot changes the semen in a male's body and can cause birth defects.
That apparently is true. I would have said no even as recently as 6 months ago, but I've read some stuff too that looks pretty convincing, and the studies are beginning to come in to suggest that particularly orthopedic kinds of defects.
Well, you know what it does to the sperm? They become lethargic. They go, you go up the vaginal canal tomorrow. No, you go. No, go ahead. If you need any help cracking into the egg, call me. But I'm going to be here, I'm going to hang out on the penis for a while longer, and then I'll be back in the urethra. I'll be over here in the urethra. You go up the canal there.
Okay.
Now, and interestingly, this risk, and I haven't seen any good data on what the time course is for this, but even smoking pot previously increases the risk. And again, if women smoke during pregnancy, the risks are quite substantial.
No, but he's talking about But he's talking about males.
That's right.
Smoking.
That's right.
And you're saying males smoking prior to
and that
conception.
Right, and it's not even clear how long prior
All right,
this thing.
I got to tell. All right, let me tell you before everyone kills themselves. It's not that long, if at all, because everyone I know smoked pot at one time or another. Actually, they all have mongoloid kids. You're right. That's sad. What's that?
My girlfriend already has a birth defect. She only has 3 fingers on each hand.
Really?
Yeah, it's a really rare thing. I guess there's only 500 documented cases ever.
Mm-hmm.
And she had a bunch of genetic testing done at through her medical insurance,
Mm-hmm.
and they said that she's at risk only if some chromosome in my body matches the chromosome that's messed up in her.
That means it's a recessive. It has to be a dominant. In other words, you have to have 2 recessive genes in order to get the thing to express itself.
Right.
So that has nothing to do with marijuana.
What fingers does she have?
She has the first 3.
Oh, so you still got to buy an engagement ring?
Oh yeah. She got the engagement ring.
All right, Drew. You know, we're just having a good time, aren't we, Keith?
Oh yeah.
Thanks, Keith.
Thank you.
Good luck. Let's see.
Andrew.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Won't let her take calls after 9.
We just read a quick note that Andrew, Mr. Confident over there, has wussed out before the gauntlet I laid down.
Right.
Yes, I knew it. Believe me, people, listen to me. When someone wants to be friends with you, they mean it. They're not bluffing. You cannot talk them out of it. As you get older, there's other factors that you can wave around, and you know, you can change it a little bit. But at 18, Brandon.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good.
I just gotta say, I don't want to get into politics, but I love Rush Limbaugh. I've been on the phone with him, and this is even cooler.
Wow.
I mean that. I have 2 questions. I didn't talk to the screener. This is real quick. I don't want to spend more than 20 seconds. Drew?
Yeah.
Hi, Andy. I want a possibly or probably not, if we can do this real quick. I've been having sex with my fiance for about 3 months now. I feel that I don't have very large amounts of sperm when I ejaculate, and I was born 2 months premature. I have blindness in one eye, and I've kind of got a bad back due to birth. Is that something that may need to be checked out for having kids in the future?
Yeah, you just need a sperm count.
Get a sperm count?
It may well have no implications, but
okay.
to get it checked
I'm going to the doctor here in about 2 weeks for a full physical, so I'll just do it then, but just probably or possibly.
Possibly.
Okay. My main question is, I've known this girl for about a year and a half. We've been going out for almost 7, and it's going real well. Basically, my parents are both very Catholic.
Wait a minute. What part of Minnesota are you from?
Eden Prairie.
All right. You wanted.
Area.
We knew that, didn't we?
It's about.
Listen, Brent, you've been going out with her for 7 years?
7 months.
All right, wait a minute.
I thought you said 7 years too. Yeah.
You said I've been going out with my girlfriend for a year and a half.
I've known her for a year and a half. And I've been dating her about 7 months.
Okay.
Okay. I am in school now. I'm graduating in October. My lease is up in July this year. We're talking about getting married in the future in a couple of years. We've both got good jobs. We've both got money saved.
And your question.
Okay.
You are a Rush
My
fan.
mom had I'm at work and it's been closed for an hour and a half, and I'm just waiting for the police to call asking while I'm still here. I'm wondering because my mom had a bad marriage to my father. She got married real young. It wasn't real peachy keen or anything, and I get along with him fine now, and he's mellowed out a little bit. But because of that, she's always been really protective of me and what may happen if I move in with this girl who's a few years older than me.
She, of course, doesn't want you to make the same mistake and marry at a young age.
Yeah.
And you, of course, have only that model to live by and want to do that.
I haven't actually approached the concept of marriage with her.
But you intend to do that.
I know.
Why do you want to perpetuate the mistakes your parents made?
See, well, I don't. But the thing I'm more interested in is because of my leases being up here soon, I'm through school in October, so I'm going to be going to the reserves directly after school. And for those 3 months, I brought up the idea of maybe moving in with her for just those couple months and seeing how things would work, kind of like a trial thing. She did not go for it at all.
Yeah.
She said she'd never forbid me from doing anything like this, but I feel I'm mature enough. She's older than me. She's,
How old's your girlfriend?
She's 22.
All right, listen, Brandon, take a breath. Relax for a minute. I moved in with my crazy stripper British girlfriend once because of lease one up. That's how I moved in with her after like 6 weeks because I got thrown out of a house. She had this single in Hollywood. Let me tell you what a single is. That's not a one-bedroom. That's a room.
One room.
You get a room, with a hot plate.
Yeah.
And we just sat and rotted in this place like bad fruit. And the relationship was never right after that. You really, moving in is I don't really recommend it anymore. But if you do, you certainly don't want to do it out of convenience.
Well, it's not completely. I mean, it's a house. It's a full-size house. We're going to have our space. Actually,
all right. He's not talking about those kinds of conveniences.
Her mom will be living with us.
I don't want to know if there's like a toaster oven and a microwave. But listen, Brandon.
And no, there's not a squeegee in the bathroom.
All right, good man. Well, obviously a Limbaugh fan. You mega ditto a-hole, you.
Well, and I guess it's come to the point where we're going to move in. We're going to do it.
All right, Brandon, listen, Brandon, put down the coffee and perk up your ears for a second.
Okay.
All right. Your mom got married young. It didn't work out. Statistically, and you should know this from being a avid talk radio listener, the statistics don't lie. Young marriages just do not pan out. Now, obviously, you guys could be atypical. You could be the exception and not the rule, but you probably won't be. There is no harm in waiting a little bit.
A long bit.
You sound like a guy who wants to chart out the next 5 years on a calendar and work out every move up to, when you wipe your ass. Relax. I can hear it in your voice, Brandon. You're working too hard. Don't think so much. You know what I'm saying? Just relax. See how things work out.
Telling somebody that's like Brandon to relax is not going to be received. Tell him what he should do, which is take time, don't get married for the 5 years.
And we'll be back.
Hello, this is Michael Gorgon from Party of Five, and you're listening to Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Well, that's the most Michael said all night, actually. What's the liner he cut for us? God bless him. Let me get the phone number out. 1-800-LOVE-191, 1-800-568-3191. Fax number 310-854-4455. That is Dr. Drew. He is so wonderful. We're going back to the phones. Kenny.
Hi.
Hey.
Hey, you guys, what's up?
Hey, what's up, homie?
Hey, think you guys are great.
Hey, Kenny, what's up?
Thanks.
All right. Well, here's the deal. I'm 14. My girlfriend's 14, and we've been going out for a year and a half now. And she recently asked me to have sex with her. And I said no. And now she gave me an ultimatum to either have sex with her or she'll dump me.
How old is she?
She's also 14.
It's a cruel, cruel world.
Yeah.
This isn't like the days when the beeve would have problems. Although, okay. So, what is her... All right.
You don't seem to even be able to grasp this one.
I don't... You know what this is? This is like a greased pig. I can't even... I'm chasing, I'm diving, I'm just getting air and tail.
Can't get your hands around
it. Okay. Kenny.
Yeah.
How close is she to 15?
She's turning 15 in July.
Has she had sex before with anybody?
No, she's a virgin.
What is the hurry?
What?
Why is she in such a hurry?
I don't know. She just, shocked me all of a sudden and asked me.
What is her family situation like?
Well, she doesn't have a father.
Hey.
Yeah.
What do you know? Hold on, let me get up. All right, I'm back on my chair. Yes?
And her family situation's, pretty normal. Nothing much.
Okay. But Dad is absent.
Yeah.
Why is Dad absent? Where's he been?
I don't know. She hasn't talked about him.
She never talks about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Something's up with Dad.
Yeah.
Most likely.
Yeah.
And listen, I'm not saying that if you want to have sex, your dad has abused you or abandoned you. I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying that oftentimes, when we talk to girls who want to have sex, maybe a few years younger than most girls want to have sex, or tried at least.
Right.
When we talk to girls who are making a living dancing topless or bottomless. Actually, there's no places where you just dance bottomless. That's it. I'm going to open a bar. Bottomless, but the top stays on. Could you imagine the publicity I would get? Guys going nuts. Take the top off. With the crotch right in the face, not even looking at it. Going, I saw part of her boob, Phil. All right, Kenny, listen.
It's a little different in that a 14-year-old who's sort of behaving in a deviant fashion in regards to sexual relations may be trying to achieve intimacy in dysfunctional ways. As a result of what her relationship was like with her father, she may be trying to get at something emotionally in an inappropriate way. And she's going to end up hurting herself and you. And just recognize what she's looking for is an emotional connection, probably. And
yeah, but I really like her, though.
How far have you gone with her?
Well, we've gone out on about 25 dates, and we're just like really close.
25 dates?
Yeah.
Wow. And yeah, I know. I don't mean how far. Like how far have you traveled with her on a bus? It's not a geographical question. I mean, what base?
I'd say about second.
About second?
Yeah.
Okay. So you've done some petting and some fooling around.
Yeah.
Right.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Okay. And you've been going out for a year and a half, and that's, she feels comfortable with you and all that.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
All right. I think you have to stick to your guns here. I mean, if you don't feel comfortable doing it, then you tell her that, and the ultimatum that she gives you is really
moot.
A futile effort.
Moot, right.
Yeah, it's moot.
And I think you must remember, and this is what people really don't realize, not just your age, but really our society doesn't make much of this, but this is in fact the case, that when you have those kinds of close relationships with people, the physical relationship, it creates bonds and feelings that you really can't control and you may not really want to have. I mean, you may end up staying with this girl for years afterwards just because of the intensity of the feelings that this would develop with you, and she may not be the right person. You may be, Kenny should be dating lots of people, meeting different people, finding out what relationships are like for you and what you like about people. And going ahead and having sex at a young age not only creates all the problems you hear on Loveline in terms of sexually transmitted diseases and pregnancies and whatnot, but the kind of relationship you will have, you really might not want or be ready for at your age. And so it's just cool.
Yeah, I mean, she's my first girlfriend too.
Yeah, which is great, but just find out why she's so inclined and see if maybe you can talk her out of it or make her focus on things that she really wants out of the relationship.
All right. Thank you.
All right, Kenny.
All right.
Boy, I wonder how Kenny feels. Now, Kenny's been on 25 dates with his girlfriend, and they're just beginning to discuss sex. Drew, on the other hand, had one date before he closed the deal. One date. I just like to bring that up. I remember the whole ass shaving period that we went through. Hey, Drew, the horse is out of the barn now.
The horse is running away by itself.
And you got a lot of mileage out of that, and I'm going to have my fun with the first date sexual escapades. Ben.
Yes, Hi, Adam. Hi, Dr. Drew.
Hey, Ben.
Hi, Ben.
I have just a real quick question. My friend and his mom are always arguing about if identical twins have identical DNA strands.
They have identical DNA strands. That is correct.
Okay. I guess that's all I had to say.
That's what identical twins are. They are people who are genetically identical.
Who do you argue about this with?
Well, me and my friend and his mom, because his sisters are identical twins.
And what does the mom say?
He says that they aren't.
They are.
So you mean?
Okay, so she's right.
They are identical.
So you mean if OJ had a twin, it could have been he.
Yeah,
who murdered those nice folks.
Yeah,
it's why when
my brother.
when people try to determine whether or not a disease has a prominent biological or genetic basis to it, they'll study twins. And if one twin gets a disease and the other tends to get it just as likely, it's probably a biologically based disease.
Okay, Ben?
All right.
And Ben?
Yeah.
Just talk about sports or something, would you? It's a pretty heady conversation for a 17-year-old sitting around talking about DNA strands.
With your friend's mom.
Yeah, you know what I was talking about when I was Ben's age?
Pie filling.
Puka shells. Those are the only kind of strands I was interested in.
I don't know if people remember what those were, Adam.
All right, Drew, now you're starting too. God-awful little shells that came from Hawaii. Pieces of shells that the guys wore in like a choker. I think Leif Garrett may have brought it over stateside. Jim.
Yeah. Hey guys, how's it going?
Good.
I had a problem with my girlfriend. I'm trying to be able to watch wrestling. Every time I try and watch it, she starts attacking me. She gets all hot and bothered and
Really?
Yeah.
Who's she into?
Huh?
The Macho Man?
No, she don't like him. No, he's too old, she says.
Who's she like, Sergeant Slaughter?
No, she likes Shawn Michaels.
Oh, yeah. Well, I like Shawn Michaels.
Oh, God. And I don't know, it's, I don't mind, having sex, but...
But damn it, you're trying to watch TV.
Yeah.
Can't you guys work out some sort of position where you can have sex and you can still enjoy viewing your TV?
No, I'm not gonna... I can't do that. I can't...
Jim?
I can't watch TV. I can't watch guys wrestling around and then have
While you're having sex?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a little gay, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's some tag team, a couple of sweaty guys doing going off the turnbuckle, and
yeah, but that turns her on. See?
It does.
Yeah, and I mean, I'll be watching it, and she'll be, I'll tell her, she'll say, okay, I'll be good. She'll say, and she'll sit there and watch it with me.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, she just starts climbing all over me. Grabbing me. I mean.
Now, is she all woman, or is she like, part chow? I mean,
what do you
what's
mean?
her IQ, Jim?
I don't know. She's pretty smart.
Pretty smart? Like,
yeah.
she can brush her own teeth and take care of herself?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, knows how to get in and out of the house. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Jim, what about you?
What? I'm working right now. I don't.
Oh, okay. Where are you working?
I work at a group home.
Uh-huh.
I supervise a group home at night.
Actually, didn't we have a call last night about that?
Yes. Sunday, the girl who was working in the kitchen, remember?
Yeah, Jim, let me ask you, and I don't want to belittle you or anything, but how much supervision do you think sleeping old people need? I mean, everyone's asleep, aren't they?
Yep.
So what are you supervising? There's not like they're having a shuffleboard
right
tournament.
Supervising the phone.
Okay, Jim.
Yeah.
Stay away from the people who are sleeping. You understand that, right?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. All right. There's no answer to this. Okay?
All right.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm all right.
All right. You think Jim was getting into some of the medication?
Or needing some.
So you're saying if he wasn't getting into it, perhaps...
I'm more concerned.
Perhaps he should. Do we have time for one more call, Drew?
No.
We don't?
No.
Then we'll be back. Hey, friends, we're back on Loveline. Let me get the phone number out, 1-800-LOVE-191, 1-800-568-3191. Fax number, 310-854-4455. I'm Adam Carolla. He is Dr. Drew, and she is Pam.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Hi.
I have kind of a weird question for you.
Yeah.
I'm going through the process of a divorce right now. And I just found out he was cheating on me in December, and I moved out in January. And I've known this other guy for quite a long time, almost 2 years now. And we kind of have a relationship started, and I was kind of wondering, is that a smart thing to do?
You work with this other guy?
Well, I work with him, but we work different shifts.
Uh-huh.
We don't see each other very often.
Huh?
I mean, she answered her own question, even the way she couched her question.
Okay.
It was more like, isn't this a dumb thing to do, is sort of what she asked.
Yeah.
Right. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, I really do have feelings for him, but I'm scared it's a rebound.
And it's a place of work.
Well,
you're violating.
but we're in total separate areas, and we don't see each other that often.
It'd screw up your work environment still, wouldn't it? If something went wrong.
Well, it's not quite the same as if they're on the same floor in the same,
office,
little area or whatever. But yeah, still.
Right. And
Not the greatest idea.
right. And I don't know what to really do about it because I really like him, but I don't want it to be a rebound. And yet,
Why don't you freeze him or something for a year, and then you guys can get back together? Well, what can you do? You started something up.
No, we didn't. We agreed to stay friends for right now.
So you didn't start anything.
Well, no, not really.
Did you have sex or not?
No,
Oh, really?
no.
Well,
I really can't right now. I'm going through a few problems.
Downstairs?
You bet.
What's going on down there?
I've had cancer before, and I'm going through problems with it again.
Well, do you have any question for Drew about that?
Well, I don't know. I've been through it all, so.
So you've talked to the doctors and all that.
Yeah, I've been going to doctors and stuff, and now he just put me through a whole bunch of more tests. I've been.
All right, we're going to stick to the emotional stuff then. So you're smart. All right, you didn't consummate the friendship.
No, not yet.
Okay, good. So wait it out a little bit. Make it respectable. And that way things...
it's back to what you've said in the past, Adam, about the hardest thing is just to do nothing, just be alone.
Yes.
Right? And that's what you need right now, is just to do nothing and just take it easy. And, date people, but don't get involved.
And, yeah, but then why date, I mean, to say date people, but don't get involved, to use another analogy, which I used about 10 minutes ago, is like saying, go test drive cars, but don't buy one. It's like, then just stay home.
I can't do that, though. I mean, I grew up on a country farm. I can't go out and test drive cars. I'm not that type.
Yeah, well, I don't mean, all right, okay. You grow up on a farm? Let me tell you, some of the most sexually bizarre people grow up on farms.
Well, I'm not one of them, I don't think. Some people call me a prude because I can't even do it in the daylight.
Really?
Right.
You mean even if the curtains are drawn?
Correct.
Or closed?
I have a real low self-esteem.
Oh, baby.
I'll admit that.
Oh, Pam, come on. Why do you have that?
Well, with what my husband just got done putting me through, yeah. I mean, he used to beat me. He used to, when I have a brain tumor. When I was going through the brain tumor, he wasn't there. He wasn't there for me with anything. I was fat. I was ugly. I was stupid. I was dumb. Everything.
Jeez.
Right.
So,
but your self-esteem was in suspect shape, or you wouldn't have
gotten
hooked up with this guy in the first place, right?
Well, none of it started until 2 weeks after we got married, and we were only married for less than 2 years.
Okay.
And I caught him messing around with his...
All right. Mike, Engineer Mike, do you have the Etch-a-Sketch? No. Mike just says F you. You make fun of my nuts, F you. Pam, listen. Yeah. You're doing the right thing. You're smart. You get the divorce, you get away from this guy. He was an abusive guy. You take care of some medical problems, and you take it easy.
But you don't jump into another relationship because the likelihood is you'll find another abusive guy. Even if you think he's the perfect guy, it wouldn't have any possibility.
Well, see, this guy was there to protect me against him.
Yeah.
Pam. Pam.
Yes.
Your instincts are good. You have a guy, you have a relationship with him, but you're not moving ahead with it. You're kind of you're orbiting with it. You're not landing.
Right.
You're not planting the flag in the name of Pam, all right?
I'm totally scared of men right now.
All right. Good. You should be. I'm frightened by men, too. Relax and just feel it out.
We've said that awful lot tonight, haven't we?
Yeah, we're getting. I know this has become like some sort of like a suicide hotline. Just put the phone down, walk away from the radio, get into bed, pull the cover over your head, close your eyes. Drew, where were we? Let me read this fax real quick. Hey, Adam, please take us to Boobville for spring break. P.S. Bring Drew and his high horse. I'll tell you, man, this would be a movie. Boobville spring break fraternity vacation. Tell me that wouldn't be the highest charting rental movie of all time.
It wouldn't. I'll tell you.
The boys from the Keg House go to Boobville for spring break. And the hijinks ensue. Oh, come on, it'd be huge. James?
Adam, hi.
Hey!
Hey, I had a question for the both of you. I want to know, how do you qualify as an alcoholic?
Well, you got to get loaded, I know that.
Well, no, nothing that...
Not even in my way of defining
Oh,
it.
yeah.
True,
Well, from a textbook medical thing, it has to do with genes and parents and all that crap.
Yeah, all that complex stuff.
Here's the deal. Here's a simple way to know. And you may not even be... You got to understand that there's very incipient or mild forms of this disease. It can be very severe and it can be very profound. Okay, and most people tend to progress once they actually get the disease. Once they sort of qualify for meeting criteria for the disease, it tends to progress to more severe forms. Basically, the way I think of it is this. If you have a family member, parent, grandparent with alcoholism, and if you have a relationship with alcohol that tends to have momentum and that you continue in spite of significant consequences in your life. That's it.
Yeah, that's basically the rule of thumb. If it's affecting work, if it's affecting relationships,
financial problems, legal problems.
If people are saying stop drinking or else.
Yeah, then you are problem. And by the way, grandpa or dad was alcoholic, then you're there.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say if you get a 502 or you get, some sort of vehicle problem, you wrap your car around a telephone pole or you get pulled over, whatever.
Strong warning.
You missed a few days of work or you're not functioning at work like you could because you're hungover or what happened.
You're there. Again, if dad or somebody if you can point at some alcoholism in your biological background.
And girlfriend, wife, husband, or boyfriend pulls you aside and tells you, and then the blackout thing, too.
But now you're describing more severe, really significant forms of the disease.
Well, okay, I'll say if you have any one of those.
Right.
All right, Drew? Everyone
James?
happy?
Yeah. Hey, thanks a lot, guys.
All right.
Didn't ask him if he had it or not.
I don't
Keep
know.
going.
Maybe he's writing a paper. We don't got time for everybody and their personal problems. Kelly.
Hi. Hi, Adam. Hi, Drew.
Hey, Adam. Kelly. It's late.
What's going on?
I've been having this guy he's my boss. And he's been going out with this girl for 5 years now. And we started getting together last summer. And he wasn't my boss at the time, but since he's been promoted. And now he's going to have her call me because she suspects something's going on. And he told her a story and told me the same story and wants me to tell her that story when she calls.
All right. We're going to have producer Ann play the jealous girlfriend real fast. And you repeat the rap that you've learned, all right, Kelly?
Okay.
Do we have a phone? When you hear the phone ringing, Kelly, you pick it up. What's her name?
Kim.
All right. The part of Kim tonight will be played by the lovely producer Ann. Kim, the jealous boss's real girlfriend.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Huh?
You're Kim.
Who's
You
this?
called her. Ann, come on.
I called her?
Yes, you're Kim, the jealous girlfriend.
Oh.
You called. You want to know about her
affair with your
liaison.
boyfriend.
You suspect
Hi,
things.
Kelly?
Yeah.
Hi, this is Kim.
Uh-huh.
I needed to know something.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name? First, sorry.
What's the boss's name?
John.
John.
Do you know John?
Yeah.
Yeah? How well do you know John?
I've been over there. I was over there once.
I don't believe it already. Already, whatever she's saying, she just changes her whole
Kelly
rap at that point.
We see through you like a jellyfish.
Well, that's because I don't want to lie to her, though.
It just clicks off when she starts lying, doesn't it?
Yeah, Kelly.
Yeah.
So you're not going to be able to pull this one off.
Well, I don't want to lie to her, but the thing is that if I don't, I know that I'm probably going to have to either lose my job or I'm going to have to quit, because,
Because she's going to insist on it.
he will.
Well, he will because she will.
Right.
She's going to say, there's no way you're showing up at a place while that homewrecker Kelly is still pushing your pencil.
Exactly.
All right, and you're no Meryl Streep.
I don't like lying to people.
You're a little better than Melanie Griffith, though, by the way, but just marginally. And Ann, you're not up for any Cleos or Oscars yourself over there.
I didn't have any time to study my part, okay?
You certainly didn't. You didn't even
no
get
script. It was all off the cuff.
I just want you to get the beats, baby, and have fun with it. Come on.
All right.
All right. Kelly.
Yeah?
Then don't lie if you don't feel comfortable about it.
I told him that, and he's like, well, fine, don't do that. But, I mean, what'll happen? They're on the rocks already, and she'll break up with him, and he'll take that out on me.
All right, listen, Kelly, here's what you do. Listen to me. I'm always right.
She may have legal rights.
Am I right?
She may have way of
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. You tell him you're not going to do it because you're going to screw it up. You're going to get him in worse.
Right.
Tell him to tell her not even to call you because you're going to, however bad it is, it's going to be worse.
Right.
You can't call an employee. This is ridiculous.
Right.
Tell him to do the lying. Number two, if this action or inaction gets you fired, then you sue his ass. You go to his superior. What kind of place is it?
It's a bottling company.
Yeah, is it a big place?
Yeah.
How many bottles?
Carolla.
Okay, there it is. It's huge. There, go ahead. Then you go to Mr. Pepsi or whoever the hell the guy is, and you tell him, I'm sure this guy has a zillion people over his head. He will crap bricks when he hears that you're going above his head.
No, because, well, I'm the only female
Yes, he
that
will.
works there. No, and so he can, the upper management doesn't want me working there anyway, because it's in a warehouse.
If they know, though, that they have a liability on their hands,
Right.
they're gonna hear it.
Kelly?
Uh-huh.
Pretend like you're a person with a lot of self-esteem and make a lot of noise over being jerked around this way, okay?
I don't have a lot of
I know you don't, but I'm saying pretend like it, for Christ's sake, for once in your life, and do it right. Well, running out of show. I don't know, do we have time for one quick call?
We're out.
You don't think so?
1 minute?
All right, Drew, read the address for the email and for the regular mail.
Emails.
And sell it. Sell it. No, sell it.
No.
Come on, sell it.
What was that in the background? LUV191 on America Online. LUV191. If you want to write to us, it's Loveline P.O. Box 4345, Hollywood 90078.
I don't buy it. I'm not writing.
Sorry, I'm telling the truth.
I don't buy it.
It is what it is.
I don't want to write. That doesn't make
Please
me
don't
want to
write
write, Drew.
Please don't write me.
I would like to thank the beautiful Sherry for doing her magic on the phone. I would like to thank Ann, not only producer Ann, but quite an accomplished actress, we found out when she didn't know what part she was playing. I would like to thank Mike for delving in to a very controversial subject, which would be his testicles.
This guy is an asshole.
And speaking openly about the open incision the doctor made in his testicles and the local anesthetic he took down there as well. I get the feeling his nuts are starting to ache as I speak. I'd like to thank myself for doing a mediocre job. I would like to thank Dr. Drew for showing up and putting up with me.
What?
I can't hear anything anymore, but it doesn't matter. We're going to return tomorrow night, and I guarantee you the show will be better tomorrow night. Until then, mahalo.
If you are still listening, you may feel the urge to touch yourself.
So that's it,
The opinions expressed on Loveline by Adam Carolla, Dr. Drew, or anyone are not necessarily ours. Be happy. Be happy. Happy, happy, happy. Loveline's producer is Ann Wilkins. Thank you.